Hey, I forgot to ask you, have you seen my phone?
I have not. Okay, in the background you can see the beamer. We're going to replace the antenna. I'm going to show you how. Without any help.
Sorry, I'll get out of your shop.
Despite what it looks like. First thing we need to do is get to it. Which means we got to remove the jack. And it's a lot easier if you take out the trunk support and then of course the carpeted plastic thingamabobber on the side there, because it's hidden right back here. Let's see. This is the clip that's holding the top of the gas spring on. I think there's a better way to do this, like a special fancy tool, but I don't have one, so I just kind of used my screwdriver. And on occasion I've bent these out of shape. Don't do that. Same thing here. I'm sure there's a fancy tool for these things, but I haven't found it yet. So really what I do is I just kind of rotate it a little bit, get my screwdriver under it without trying to jam my finger. Just pop it up and then push it down, and hopefully it'll fall down in the hole and you won't be able to find it until later. There it is. I found it. It goes like this. And then of course it just fits back in those grooves. So we need to get the jack out. Undo that. Oh, yeah, I really had done this wrong. What you want to do first is get this, now that we've taken the clips off, get this out. Now, here's the secret. You got to put it in somewhere because you need to help hold up the top. So I'm going to jam it into that hole there in my emergency tool case. So now we can take the jack out. Throw it on the floor. Now because mine's a convertible, it actually has another clip here on the lid, the boot lid. So we have to take that little clip off, just like we did the last one, and let this micro switch. That cable goes to a micro switch to make sure that you don't open the lid or try to put the top up when the trunk is open. And I'll just put that back on there. So now I got to get this crummy plastic, this thing out of the way. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but what I figured out is that if I pull down, I can kind of wiggle it around. Like that. And it really is just plastic. That's fairly bendy, so get your fingers around it. And there's some tabs up here that hold this harness on. Don't break them off. Oop, like that. Or the one I'm about to break. And it goes a lot easier if you take the left rear tail light assembly out first, which we obviously haven't. See, you get the benefit of learning from my mistakes. Pull that over that tab. Insert slot 1. Actually, it's not that bad. And there it is. Alright, you're going to need some 8mm wrenches, a wrench here and a 10mm up here where the ground is. And I'll get you a close-up of that. So I like to take the ground off first. Oh, wait. Now it's kind of hard to see at the top, but here's the coaxial cable that comes in and actually makes the connection to the antenna. Take that off, slide him out of the way, and then here is the 2-wire connector that goes up to the radio. Push them out of the way, and actually I think I'm going to take this off the old Hirschmann here. Get my 8mm out. Okay, now I got the 8mm wrench. Okay, we're going to take the last screw out, and the reality is it's kind of just held in by a little rubber nub at the top in the grommet. So we're going to pull it out. And there we go. So here's the problem with our grommet. Our opportunity actually is, I don't know how to do this. So, I'm sure this is the wrong way, but I don't care. The big flange is kind of at the top, so I'm totally gonna try and get that part in there first. Oh, which I did. I work it around, and on this side. Hey, I think that worked. That worked good. Okay. Yeah, that's how you do it if you're a professional, I guess. Okay, here's a secret I found out the hard way, and that is it's easier to put this coax cable on to keep that from being cross-threaded if you put it on while it's not installed. Now we're going to pop it into the grommet. Hopefully. Pop. It really just hangs there. Got that all screws in. There we go. You can just tighten it up that way. And I'm sure that there's a torque spec, but it's don't over tighten it, because it's just threads and tin, and all you're really doing is trying to keep it from falling out. So then you need your harness. And we're gonna put that in at the top, and then we're gonna hook the grounds up. There, back up to this point. I like to kind of hold the ring terminals while I tighten them up. Oop. And again, don't kill it. I'm just trying to keep them from wandering. And then plug this back in. And you're off to the races. Now put the rest of that plastic stuff in and call it a day. Well, I wanted to figure out what really happened here, and so this is obviously the old Hirschmann here, and let's take it apart. I don't know how best to do this. I'm going to turn that actually upside down like this, and I think the best way, change positions, there's these little tabs here, and I'm just going to push them, I think, until they pop under. Maybe I'm not. Ooh, a June bug. Am I going to get this off there? I think that's it, but come here, friend. Look at our friend. Oh. Can you hear it? I bet you can. This is the part they never show you on the video show. Some jerkwad gouging his fingers off. Alright, now that we've got it started, I think I can work my way around. Okay. There we go. Is that coming up? Okay. So clearly, I don't know what that camera's getting, but the failure mode here specifically is this belt that went here and went around that little motor inside. He failed. Now why he failed, I have my own suspicions. One of them is because the kids that broke the antenna off on this end And then the motor probably burned out. The belt went snap. So, let's see here. That was right, just turn it. Oh yeah, here we go. Look, see? And out the end, let's do this video upside down. If I turn this motor, out the end comes the tip, which pushes that up. And mine, this one in particular, is a tooth kind. I think there's another kind that's not. And I think if I go far enough, that whole thing will come out. And I think you can actually just replace this shaft portion here. But I don't know. Or replace this. But for me, at least, it was a double failure. The belt to put in here. I turned this wheel and drove it up and down.